5 to 7 minutes. 5 to 7.
When I was a young girl of 7 years old, 8 years old, it was time for me to make my first communion. And in the Catholic Church, before we make our first communion, you have to have your first confession. I wanted to make sure I had a good list. I went into the confessional. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. This is my first confession. Well, lass, tell me about it. Father, I lied. I was disobedient. I fight with my brothers and sisters, and I committed adultery. My dear, who did you commit adultery with? The neighbor's dog? How many times? Every day, Father, but I promise I won't do it anymore. Okay, lass, 3 Hail Marys, 2 Our Fathers, a good act of contrition. God bless you. I was clueless. I had no idea what I was saying and what I was doing. And as I think about my life as a child, being the middle child in 12, I realized as I look back, I was just the one that the rest of them could pick on my entire life. And it started very, very early in life, like the day I was born. You sure this is our kid, Ruth? Yeah, Frank, it's ours. She doesn't look like any of the others. She's pretty homely looking, don't you think? She is a little scrawny, Frank. That name we had for her, Rose, yeah, it doesn't work anymore. What are we going to name her? I don't know. And there it started. I left the hospital, blank Kiernan. No name, nil, Nadia, nothing. That lasted about 3 weeks until finally they went into a fallback position and named me after my Aunt Marilyn. Now you would think that this isn't such a big deal. But you would think for 9 months they had plenty of time to come up with a couple of different names and options in case they ended up with a homely, ugly kid. And they had 5 more after me, 1 single, 2 doubles, and all of those kids got names immediately. Yeah, they even had double names. Timothy, Patrick, Mary, Colleen, Mary Therese. They got double names. I got nothing. And then think about photos. How many of you have baby pictures in that box in the attic? Come on, raise your hand. A lot of you. There was not a picture of me until I'm 3 years old. What, did Kodak run out of film or something? Maybe the light bulbs from Sylvania didn't work? Or maybe I was just too ugly to take a picture of. No pictures till I was 3. And when there was a picture, I was squeezed like a sausage in between my 2 older sisters. I finally got my first personal photo shoot at the age of 8. You know what that was? School pictures. And we know how good those are. At the age of 8, you have half of your teeth, and the ones that are coming in look like somebody shoved chiclets in your mouth. My bangs look like somebody had taken a John Deere Thrasher and cut them. And I was the recipient of one of my mother's famous Tony Home permanents. So my hair was just everywhere. With my little St. Patrick's uniform and bow tie. I was so excited about this picture that I was showing everybody. I made the mistake of showing the girl next door, 16 years old. She took one look at it, and Grammarian catch this, she went, "You're the most homeliest kid I've ever seen." Devastated, I went back to my room and waited for that day that my godmother guaranteed was coming, that when I would morph into a beautiful butterfly. But getting back to those 2 sisters, we were dressed alike for our entire life, for Christmas, Easter, and Thanksgiving. Which meant as the littlest child, I got to wear all of those outfits 3 times. I was always 2 years behind the fashion, which wasn't too bad, except my older sister was 4 inches shorter than I was, so all of her pants looked like pedal pushers on me. And when you get hand-me-downs, you wear whatever you can. So I always looked like somebody had dumped a box of Crayola crayons on me. Yellow pants, red shirt, blue socks, orange hat, whatever. And my brother Frank would always tease me and say, "You look like a nerd, a rat thing, a geek, and some other words he would use that back then were politically okay, which are not today, which if I used them in this speech, there would be protesters outside the window trying to evict me from Toastmasters. From there, though, when you're in a family of 12 and there's one TV, and you're the middle child, you become the target of any pranks that can happen. There were two games my brothers and sisters loved to play with me. The first was, can she fly? They would call me at the end of the day, after I had gone upstairs to get into my bathrobe in pajamas, Marilyn, Mom wants you. And I'd come running to the stairs and stand there. No, I was blind as a bat. I didn't know I was blind as a bat. And a bat at least has sonar radar to help guide them. I had brothers and sisters. And I would stand there and gingerly, and about 50% of the time, my foot would hit the step. The other 50%, I would miss the step and go boom, 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 all the way to the end of the thing, lay on the floor like one of those characters in the cartoons, like a flat pancake. And the sisters and brothers would look over me and go, cut a chin open again. Hey, Ma, the klutz fell down the stairs again. You better come get her. And they would walk away and disappear and leave me there. The second game they liked to play was, how far will she go? Okay, get your mind out of the gutters. We're not talking about that. I was a masterful sleepwalker. I had expertise in sleepwalking. They would come up and get me out of bed, guide me down to the kitchen, and open the back door. This is true. She just went into the garbage pail. Look at that. Oh no, she just tripped over the sidewalk. Oh wow, wait. Oh my, she's hitting it. Oh man, she just slammed into the tree. What do you mean Mom's coming? Hurry up, somebody get the flashlight. Go get her, bring her back in here. Yeah, they had fun with me. It was not easy being a middle child. Not easy at all. But I survived. I developed some turtle skills of a hard shell. And while a turtle moves slow, I learned to move fast and get the heck out of their way. And so when I go back and think about my childhood, there were a lot of things that went on there that I was clueless about. But the one thing I will guarantee is I never committed adultery with the dog again.